LeBron drama continues. Uh, could LeBron return to Cleveland? Rumors have been swirling. Um, LeBron's agent recently, Rich Paul, he even confirmed that the Cavs have reached out. You see it here with this tweet. The Cavs have reached out as one of the teams inquiring about trading for LeBron James. So there's certainly a lot of smoke. Noah, I want to hear what you think. Is LeBron coming back to Cleveland? Is he on the move? You're on the clock. Give me your take, 30 seconds.
Well, one last little piece of information before we get into it, real quick, that I want to throw up there too was LeBron continuing to stir the pot as well. Shams tweeted about Kobe Altman and his assistant Mike Gainsley, Brandon Weems, a bunch of people in the Cleveland front office getting extensions. And of course, LeBron just felt the need to say, "Yes, sir. Congratulations to my brother B. Wim. Super proud of you, my man," before he goes in there. So I will now put my 30 seconds gladly on the clock and get us started, if you don't mind. And just by saying that we are in the peak of dead season right now, 1 week until NFL training camp start, 1 week until really baseball is back. Not really 1 week, couple days. You know what I mean? This is fun to talk about. My tone and my attitude shift of the chances of LeBron coming to Cleveland has gotten a little bit higher. That being said, I'm still at like 20% chance, and I think I was 10 last week on the show with John. What about my man?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we know what it takes to move him. The fact that Rich Paul is saying though that hey, the Cavs have reached out, I think we're in win now mode. Which is interesting because you shared a tweet earlier that Brian Windhorst is saying that they're in what was it, 3 to 5 year
Four to
mode or something like that.
4 to 5, which is crazy to me. And I know we're
Four to
cutting into your
five.
time with me jumping in, so we'll just let it go. But
No, you're good, but because I agree, I think it's completely crazy. You have one Evan Mobley who grew up in LA. I don't think he remains a Cavalier forever. And I'm not saying that he wants to leave or anything like that. I'm saying that the pool would be pretty strong if he decided, hey, the Cavs aren't winning it, et cetera. So I think that window's kind of shorter than you think. Um, could LeBron return? Would that put the Cavs over the top? Honestly, I think it does. Even if you have to give Allen and um, Garland, I don't know why I can never think of his name, Allen and Garland, I think LeBron brings you over the top in a way that could bring a championship back to the city.
So I want to ask you this, because me and you were the more pessimistic ones when we talked about LeBron last week on the show. My tone has got a little bit more optimistic in terms of the way and the thought process of him coming back to Cleveland. I think you were at like 2% chance when we talked last week on the show. Give me a percentage this week for the viewers out there.
Yeah, I mean, I might be up to like 10%, 8 to 10, somewhere in that range, but I still don't think it's happening. I think just so much from the money side of things has to go our way in order to even consider it. Apparently, the Lakers want guys on expiring contracts if they're going to trade them, which I don't understand that at
I
all,
saw
but
that
that's the
tweet too.
rumor.
That makes no sense. Why wouldn't they want to bring in some assets that they can control if they're really diving into Luka's going to be our guy for the next 10, 12, whatever years, the next face of the Lakers franchise as they've had throughout the years with Kobe and Magic? It makes no sense to me. I don't know how much value there is in that post. We are in NBA silly season right now. I feel
Right.
like we forget that sometimes because the NFL silly season is the definition of silly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I agree with you. I mean, it seems odd when Lakers, in a way, are in win now too. Especially with the addition of Luca. Remember, he didn't have a full season with them, so we haven't really seen necessarily what they can be. I'm a little surprised from the ownership standpoint, new owners in LA, that they want to get rid of LeBron. Maybe that's LeBron pushing behind the scenes. I don't know. But you would think that at the very least, the guy that's going to sell a hell of a lot of ticket jerseys, you'd want to stick around in your first year as new owner. Um, but whether or not he comes to the Cavs, probably not. But man, would it be exciting? I'm all for it.
Yeah, it'll be exciting. I think I start getting some of those feelings I had in 2015 when I was doing LeBron watch. I know we were joking in our group chat on the side about making one of the segments just LeBron watch for the time being because it feels like we're talking about it every week, even if it's for the bigger play of what's going on in the NBA, not just with Cleveland. I don't know if you saw this rumor that came out earlier in the week that the Cavs might be involved with a trade with the Mavericks, which sounded like the Mavericks were positioning to maybe trade from LeBron off of that. So we're helping the Mavericks get LeBron. Did you see that at all?
I did see that. Thought that one was interesting, and people kept asking, would the Cavs do this? Would the Cavs help the Mavs? Um, I don't think they worry about the West so much. The East is kind of clear right now, so helping the Mavs, I don't think they'd look at it that way. I think they'd look at it as getting the pieces that they want.
I agree with you on that point too, because I feel like, in my mind at least, I don't want to speak to you, but the team that's going to come out of the West and is going to be OKC. They are just so dominant, barring some catastrophic injury to one of their star players. I
Right.
love LeBron, AD, Kyrie being back together, especially Kyrie and LeBron for the sentimental Cleveland moments that are there. But I don't see that trifecta still beating OKC and what is a deep,
No?
young play. You do you?
That's a lot of talent still. I mean, I get what you're saying, but if they can click and be on all cylinders, I see that falling apart in the locker room. But if they could click, yeah, I could see them vying for, the Western Conference Finals
It's
or
not
the championship.
2018, 2019 anymore, my friend. It is the Shai
That's
Gilgeous
fair.
Alexander and Chet Holmgren led Western Conference. And to me, I it'll be a fun series. I could see them winning, but if I were to put my money on it, I'm taking OKC 5, 6, 7 all day.
Here's what I'll say to that. People would have said the same thing about Boston a year and a half ago. I think OKC is one bad injury away, and that has to be a factor. I get it. They're not injured right now, so you think of them as coming back strong, but I wouldn't put all my chips on OKC.
I'm not. I mean, I would if for the time being, I guess is what more so what I mean. I understand what you're saying. Injuries are a factor. We've seen the Achilles injury rise, but that just goes back to what the main point of this is if I'm looking at it face value, OKC versus a Dallas LeBron led Dallas team with AD and Kyrie, I'm still taking OKC in 5, 6, 7, period.
Yeah, fair enough. Anything else you want to add on the Cavs before we move on?
Nope, because I know we're going to end up talking about LeBron next week with how this whole theory and how this whole show has been going. So I'm going to just keep riding and see what happens in the next week in news.